Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers. Come on, Dot. And this is Dot, my 10-month-old rescue puppy, who has got a bone here, so just come up here to get it. This is our brief daily message of hope, and I hope you're having a blessed day today. And I woke up this morning thinking of a hymn that I really wasn't sure what it was, and I had to look it up. It was called the Old 124th, after the 124th Psalm. And it probably dates to somewhere around the year 1515. It's been set to a lot of different words, but it's a tune that was just going through my mind. Most notably, that's sung during the season of Lent to a couple of different words and lyrics, but it's going through my mind today. And I was also thinking today about how our faith is so precious to us, and yet the world wants us to think that our faith is so small and tiny, that it's really an insignificant part of our lives. The spiritual part is insignificant according to the world. But when has the world ever been right about spiritual things? Our faith, our spiritual lives are the most important things that we have. When I was going through the commencement service back in 1994, when I got my first doctorate degree, the dean of the seminary in his sermon to all of us preached about the lesson that was at Mass today from 1 Samuel chapter 17, the story of David and Goliath. And chapter 17 of 1 Samuel talks about the elaborate armor that Goliath wore, and how impressive it was and big, and his armaments. And the dean read that description in 1 Samuel 17, and he talked about, look at the armaments that Goliath has. Look how powerful he is. And yet it was little David who went out to confront him. No one else would. Everyone was terrified by the huge Philistine giant Goliath. And he said, that's the world. That's what the world wants you to think that you're going out into. It's big, it's powerful, it's strong, and you newly minted doctoral graduates are going out like little David. And he said, it's overwhelming, it's overpowering, and the faith that you carry with you, the world wants you to think it's tiny, like little David. And I was reading in the Mass readings today about verse 45, where Goliath taunts David and says, you're coming at me like a dog, and David replies, you're coming, and I'm just going to read that because it's been on my mind today. David said to Goliath, you come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. All David took with him the little stones for his slingshot that he got out of the wadi, and took, and his faith and the Lord. And it was more than sufficient to overcome the battlements and the armaments of the world. Don't ever underestimate your spiritual life, please. The Lord is with you, and he loves you, and he is powerful as your ally and your guide and your ruler. Trust in him. The world wants you to think that it's not important at all. It is of ultimate importance. Hold fast to the Lord. He's holding fast to you today, and he loves you. And Dot is having a much better day today than she did 2 days ago. God bless you, and I hope to see you here again tomorrow.